Hi everyone, I'm Joshua Visser. I'm the Senior Innovation Manager at ESO, and I'm happy to introduce the Powering Wales Renewably project on behalf of the project consortium. This consortium includes Welsh Government, transmission distribution networks, renewable energy developers, and with me is Simon Brown from our partner CGI. Next slide, please. So what is this project? Powering Wales Renewably, PWR, will refer to it throughout the presentation for brevity, is an innovation project funded through the Strategic Innovation Fund, which is managed by UKRI and Ofgem. The project is led by the ESO with CGI and our industry partners, and is also a key use case within the Virtual Energy System program. This project aims to support the ambitious Welsh decarbonisation targets of 70% by 2030 and 100% by 2035, in line with the rest of GB. The project builds upon existing work to deliver the first digital twin model of the Welsh energy system, connecting multiple industry and external data sets to support specific use cases for energy system stakeholders. It's the first whole system representation of flexibility requirements, DER, so distributed energy resource availability, and dispatch. And it's the first top-down and bottom-up comparison of local area energy plans, network development plans, and the connections queue for alignment and tracking. PWR is more than just visualization. It supports use cases that address foundation energy system network status, flexibility coordination, integrated energy system transition planning, and it's a solution that we hope will be replicated across other regions of GB to ensure safe, reliable operation of a net zero power system by 2035. I'll hand over now to Simon from CGI to take you through what we've done so far.
Thanks, Josh. The focus on the digitalisation of the energy system and the work we have done with DNOs and creating intelligent models of the electricity network were the inspiration for the project. The vision for Powering Wales Renewably was to address these challenges and identify the benefits of our whole system digital twin. ESO, NGED, NGET and the Welsh Government shared our vision for exploring the future potential and were on board for the discovery phase of the SIF application. So we were aligned with the Welsh Government's ambitious net zero plans. We focused on accelerating these benefits and to deliver an energy twin at a national scale. So this will address not only the technical, but societal and local community requirements to deliver on these key strategic goals. The vision formed prior to discovery has been maintained and enhanced, and the relevance and timeliness of the PWR vision has only increased from the first submission. During discovery, we focused on the core barriers to net zero as the project use cases, and whilst the potential for a digital twin of the energy system can have a massive scope, we, as a project, remain focused on these barriers in the three use cases we have chosen. We welcomed Scottish Power Energy Networks and Kennin as partners through the alpha phase, and we engaged with a wide range of stakeholder groups to get multiple perspectives on the use case challenges. So from community energy groups, developers, rural energy consultants, through to the Welsh Government and many departments and experts within our utility partner groups. We have conducted extensive stakeholder engagement workshops and have a clear line of sight from the problems through to benefits that PWR will address for each use case. To support these workshops, we've also created a digital pathfinder of the foundation use case during the alpha phase. This has been crucial in shaping the vision and the stakeholder alignment and has contributed to the increased momentum the project continues to gather as we move through the alpha phase. We have an opportunity in beta to be a real game changer for data, digitalisation and the Welsh net zero plans. We have further increased the partners to bring in National Gas and Wales and West utilities to move the digital twin from a whole electricity system twin to a whole energy system twin. We look to engage across all stakeholder groups to build communities around Powering Wales, to bring together a wide range of partners and stakeholders to collaborate around a common platform and accelerate the vision as defined by the Energy Data Task Force for the role open data plays in addressing net zero. So during alpha, we've used the benefit-led development of the original vision and these use cases, and as the barriers identified have been reported in subsequent SIF challenges and government papers, it shows that the vision within Powering Wales is relevant and necessary. So where does PWR sit on the following scale? Our aim through the course of beta is to deliver a connected digital twin. Our starting point was the digital model we've already created with ENGED and SPEN. We have already expanded this out through projects such as Smitten and the work we have done at SPEN on the smart data integration fabric to integrate with IoT data, including smart meter data, which provide in the shadow and twin features. As PWR develops, we will do this at scale, connecting models from the network companies with open data to provide operational insights and inform societal change to support the energy system transition. So as part of the Alpha project, we've completed a high-level design, and that has a clear roadmap for the development during beta. During the early phases of the beta project, should we be successful, we translate this into a series of low-level designs. Conceptual architecture is aligned to the virtual ES framework and is comprised of a data sharing infrastructure with a digital twin platform, which will develop products for each use case aligned to stakeholder needs. The next slide shows a functional decomposition of the Powering Wales architecture aligned to each of these use cases. As we progress through the use cases, we will bring in near real-time data from IoT devices on the network, as well as smart meter data and non-utility data. Use case 3, regarding flexibility coordination, will also look to integrate with Flex platforms to be able to visualize Flex across the transmission and distribution networks in order for coordination across Wales. So at this point, we'd be really interested in other digital twin activity that is happening within Wales. And we would like to explore tools, techniques and interoperability from the community to get involved with Powering Wales if we are successful during the beta application. So I'd now like to share some initial glimpses of that Foundation Pathfinder that we built during the Alpha phase. So the image on the left shows the foundation for PWR. This is the electricity network, both transmission and distribution for the whole of Wales, with substations, other dots on the map. And this is more than a visualization. It's a fully connected electricity model. In the smaller pictures, you can see zoomed in network model. So you can see the detail as it zooms into parts of the map. At the bottom, we have distributed energy resource connections aligned to the network. So these are both accepted and connected, and we have the ability to move that over time as well to see the growth of DERs connected to the network. So this is a key enabler for the use cases we are hoping to deliver. And finally, on the right is the gas transmission and distribution networks. We are able to present both vectors in a single model and have done some preliminary analytics during the proof of concept. Finally, through building the Pathfinder, we have real practical experience of integrating open data sets with industry data. The techniques, learning and insight learned from bringing together these available data sets is useful for both the future of Powering Wales platform as well as the wider industry, and we look to feedback to the relevant stakeholders and communities. In early beta, we will put in place the necessary infrastructure to support regular refreshes of the twin and build the tools required to deliver the benefits as identified in our use cases. To summarise, this ambitious project is a pathfinder and accelerator to provide the step change in releasing value from open data, an interoperable energy system, stakeholder engagement in net zero, strategic system planning, and helping Wales accelerate net zero targets and provide a digital twin that can be a template for a wider rollout across Great Britain. Over to you, Josh. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Simon. So what's next for Powering Wales Renewably? We'll continue disseminating the learnings from the Alpha project, which we've just completed. We are currently finalising our application for the project's beta phase, which is due in a month. And we are keen to continue widening the collaboration we do on the project. So if you are interested in engaging more closely on Powering Wales Renewably, please just reach out to us. Aside from that, thank you for your time, and we welcome any questions you might have.
So the first question here is to Josh and Simon, is what ontology are you using to make sense of the data from multiple sources?
Yeah, thanks, Simon. I'll take this one, Josh, if you want. So we've got our own data model that we use to describe the electricity characteristics and the network characteristics, which sort of to cover up the other one, shows all the way down from devices connected to the network to the lines and the substations and all the component parts. It's heavily aligned to SIM, so the Common Information Model. So it's a cut down version of SIM that we store within the data model that CGI built, and it comes back from a number of innovation projects that we've done, starting with the Common Information Model project back in 2016 that we did with NGED. We're just building on that work really. So hopefully that's answered the question.
Links to the second question, which you've in part answered, but I'll ask the question anyway. What platform do you use to create and connect digital models into digital twins? Did you include physical assets such as compressor stations, engineering networks, power stations, substations, etc., into them?
Yes, we do. So we describe the whole network. It's built from the source systems within the utility companies, and we take it together from the GIS system, but also from the control system and the asset management system to get a full 360 view of the network. So it's not just the topology; it's the full workings really of the electricity network in a combined intelligent model. So.
Great, and another question for yourself, Simon, as you have the mic, is how is this different from a GIS system?
So yeah, so it's very different from a GIS system. So you probably noticed that we're using QGIS to visualize the model itself. So we are using GIS system as the visualization tool, but the intelligence that's built into the model and the detail that we built for the foundation is a lot more than from a GIS system, because it is built from the schematic views that you would get within a ADMS, and also from the asset management system. So it's a lot richer than what you would find in a typical GIS system, and that's how it sort of compares with some of the other GIS mapping projects that have gone beforehand. So. And
question here for Joshua and Simon again is, does the Powering Wales renewable solution cater to maintenance, or is it just energy resources monitored?
Yeah, so basically it's not, the three use cases that we've got, maintenance isn't one of them. However, what we would like to show within Powering Wales is any sort of outage planning or any planned maintenance that's happening on the network. So as we model the flex coordination, the twin is kept up to date, and any reconfigurations of the network are captured to help with the sort of core use cases that we're looking to do around flexibility, coordination, and improving connections and the interaction with A&M.
Very good, thank you. And our last question there is, could you please share the Powering Wales Renewably email in the presentation? So your contact details, which has just been posted in the chat there, virtuales@nationalgrideso.com.